Hi there and welcome to our video on some exam questions related to Module 3 Infection and Response. So this is our first question. Microorganisms can cause disease. Draw one line from each disease to the correct description. So we have HIV. Remember, HIV is caused by a virus. We have malaria, which is caused by a protist. And we have salmonella, which is caused by bacteria. So HIV is caused by a virus. We need to draw one line to one of these options on the right over here. So can be spread through not washing your hands thoroughly, can increases the chance of infection such as pneumonia. And that's what this one will go to, because HIV weakens the immune system, which means you can get infections such as pneumonia. Malaria is a disease caused by a protist, and part of its life cycle includes an insect. Remember, it's the mosquito. Salmonella is caused by bacteria and it's a food poisoning, and it can be spread through not washing your hands thoroughly. Okay, that would get you 3 marks there. Okay, so next question over here. Gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted disease. A bacterium causes gonorrhea. What are the symptoms of gonorrhea? So there's one there down at the bottom as well. So headache, pain when urinating, rash, vomiting, or yellow discharge. So the correct 2 boxes would be pain when urinating and a yellow discharge. Okay, and this question is worth 2 marks. Next question. Gonorrhea is treated with an antibiotic. HIV is another sexually transmitted disease. Explain why prescribing an antibiotic will not cure HIV. And this one's worth 2 marks. So you need to give a point and explain it. So prescribing an antibiotic. Remember, HIV is caused by a virus, and that was your point. So HIV is caused by a virus. These live inside cells. So you wouldn't be able to treat the virus without also harming the cell itself. So you will harm the cell as well. And that will get you 2 marks there. Okay. Next question. Tobacco mosaic virus TMV is a disease affecting plants. The diagram below shows a leaf infected with TMV, and over here we can see the yellow patches where TMV has destroyed the chloroplast. All tools should be washed in disinfectant after using them on plants infected with TMV. Suggest why. Well, it's only 1 mark, so you need to only give a reason. So the answer to this would be to prevent the spread of TMV. So to prevent the spread of TMV. Okay, and that will get you 1 mark. Next question now. TMV can cause plants to produce less chlorophyll. This causes leaf discoloration. Explain why plants with TMV have stunted growth. So TMV causes plants to produce less chlorophyll. This means less chlorophyll and less photosynthesis will happen. And if less photosynthesis happens, then the plant will not be able to produce its glucose and proteins. So the glucose and protein levels will decrease, and if they decrease, then the plant will not be able to grow. The leaf discoloration means the plants won't be able to attract the sunlight, so the leaves won't be able to attract the sunlight. So they won't be able to attract the sunlight, and this means that the photosynthesis will decrease, which means the glucose will decrease, which means the proteins will decrease, which means the plant will not be able to grow, and this could involve the plant dying. Okay, that would get you 4 marks. Next question. Microorganisms cause infection. The human body has many ways of defending itself against microorganisms. Describe 2 ways the body prevents the entry of microorganisms. So this can include mucus in the nose. You could have also put the trachea and bronchi. You could have also put the skin. You could have also put the hydrochloric acid. In the stomach. Okay, and any 2 of those will get you 2 marks. Okay, in 2014 the Ebola virus killed almost 8,000 people in Africa. Drug companies have developed a new drug to treat Ebola. Explain what testing must be done before this new drug can be used to treat people. And this is a 6 mark question. So in order to answer this, you need to go in steps. So step 1, what's going to happen? Well, preclinical testing is going to happen. Preclinical testing is going to happen, and the first one is testing on cells and tissues in a laboratory. So testing on cells and tissues. Step 2 is going to be testing on live animals. Testing on live animals, and this is to check the efficacy, the dosage, and the toxicity. Okay, step 3 is on healthy volunteers. And this is to work out the optimum dose. So the optimum dose of the drug, the best dose that you can use to check if it's safe or not. Then number 4 includes the double blind trials, which include the placebo. So this, remember, is the same looking drug as the real one, but doesn't do anything on the body. And remember, it's double blind, so no one knows, not even the doctor or the patient know until the tests have been carried out and the results have come. So no one knows who's had the real drug. Okay, so those are the double blind trials with a placebo, and then you've got the peer reviews to prevent bias. Okay, and that will get you 6 marks for that. Okay, malaria is a disease spread by mosquitoes. Describe 2 ways to control the spread of malaria, and it's 2 marks this question. So malaria, to prevent the spread, you could sleep in mosquito nets. So sleep in mosquito nets, and you can use insecticides. So use insecticides. Okay, and those 2 points there will get you 2 marks. So you can sleep in mosquito net, use insecticides, and these are 2 ways of controlling the spread of malaria. Okay, final question now. In this question, you will be assessed on using good English, organizing information clearly, and using specialist terms where appropriate. White blood cells are part of the immune system. White blood cells help the body to defend itself against pathogens. Describe how pathogens cause infections, and describe how the immune system defends the body against these pathogens. So once a pathogen enters the body, it will release toxins depending on if it's a bacteria. So remember, bacteria, they release toxins, viruses reproduce inside the body cells. How does the immune system defend it against these pathogens? Well, step one, it finds that pathogen and regards it as foreign, and it consumes them first of all, consumes slash ingests or engulfs the pathogen. So the pathogen, and once it's done that, this process is called phagocytosis. Phagocytosis. It then produces the antibodies. So step two is producing antibodies which stick to the specific antigen. So which stick to the specific antigen. So remember, these antigens are on every cell, and they will be on the cell of the pathogen. These antibodies are produced and they will stick to the specific antigen and destroy them. So step two is the producing antibodies part, which stick to the specific antigen. Now, the toxins which are produced, if there are any, antitoxins will counteract those toxins. So antitoxins will counteract the toxins, and the antibodies produced, they will be stored in white blood cells as memory cells. Now, memory cells, they will remember how they've produced those antibodies in case the same pathogen enters the body again. Okay, so step one, the white blood cells detect the foreign pathogen, and then it consumes that pathogen, ingests, engulfs. This process is called phagocytosis. It produces the antibodies. That's the job of the lymphocytes. They stick to the specific antigens. The antitoxins will counteract those toxins, and the memory cells, they will remember that those antibodies produced against those pathogens in case the same pathogen enters the body again. And that's how the immune system defends the body against these pathogens which enter. So those points there will get you 6 marks. Okay, and that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and one last thing, please subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell.